So the question is how information technology is impacting a situation like COVID-19. So let us maybe generalize the context a little bit and look at it from the perspective of, say, environmental turbulence, so which includes events like COVID-19. So if we look at environmental turbulence first, what is turbulence? So turbulence means you have a fast changing environment. Things are changing very rapidly. Say customers' buying habits are changing, or the demand for the product is changing, or the technology itself is becoming obsolete at a very rapid pace, or competitors are changing their strategies at a very rapid pace. So turbulence can mean anything. So the only way for say overcoming turbulence as an organization is you tend to become more and more agile. So organizational agility. So that's a concept in research which we always look at, something like organizational agility or otherwise enterprise agility. So this is the, I mean, otherwise there is no silver bullet. This is the particular path most organizations take. And if you look at organizational agility, again it comprises of two things. One is either one is sensing, other is responding. So that's where the role of information technology comes into picture. How does it help in organizational agility, which in turn help you to overcome environmental turbulence. So if you look at sensing and responding, sensing basically means how do you look at the opportunities or the threats in the environment. So sensing is that part. Responding is once you have seen the threats or opportunities in the environment, how do you make a response as an organization? And here is where IT can help organization in terms of becoming more and more agile. So if you look at specific cases, how an organization can become more agile, there are different ways. Either say in terms of it can look, one can look from point of view of IT helping organizations in terms of say operational excellence. That is one thing. Coming up with newer products, services, or newer business models. That is one thing. Looking at newer relationships or improving upon relationships between customers and suppliers. That is another point. And finally, survival of the organization itself. That's also where IT can help. So there are various ways, and once you improve upon these things, yes, you become more and more competitive as well. And yes, IT can help in these ways, given any turbulent environment. And if you look at specific instances of this, so we talked about say improving organizational excellence. So that's something like how can you improve your processes or how can you improve your performance. So again, if you look at this, yes, IT can help in collaboration or getting more, I mean, improve the coordination across different functions of an organization. So operational excellence can be aided by IT in those, I mean, through those means, collaboration and coordination. And if you look at new products or services or business models, again, if you look at situations like COVID-19, in this particular case, you can think of the biggest use of IT might be in helping out with the drug discovery. So drug discovery as a process, if you look at research papers published long time ago, a single drug takes almost at an average of around 8 years to manufacture, and 800 million investment goes into the discovery of a drug. IT can help in speeding up those process right now. So we have moved from say more in vitro to in silico approaches, wherein you do a lot of testing using algorithms and analytics rather than doing in vitro, meaning experiments. So yes, they go hand in hand, but then cycle times and the cost have been reduced by leveraging IT. So that's an example of new products, services, or business models. And going back to that topic on collaboration and coordination with the help of IT, yes, we are seeing those things at the time of COVID. So even in case of educational institutions, most of the teaching learning experience is now online. So that's a classic case of how do you use online, communication technologies for collaboration and coordination. Likewise, almost all companies, so employees are working from home. Again, due to proliferation of communication technologies and also softwares which can help us to achieve say video conferencing or telepresence and things like that. So yes, these two things are always, I mean, one is business models, other is collaboration, and then if you look at other things specific to case of COVID, technology is helping in contact tracing, and by means of it, it is helping us to control the spread of the disease. And also it is helping us in terms of technologies do help us in terms of contactless transactions by means of say looking at financial transactions or anything. So instead of exchanging money, we are using more and more online tools which can help us in this process. So digital payment systems, so contactless transactions are being enabled, and image analytics is being also used in order to detect say for example if you look at if you look at the infections caused by COVID-19 organism or any other disease, image analytics is being used more and more as a support tool for the physicians in understanding quickly the type of infection one has got. So yes, there are many places IT has been used, especially in the context of environment turbulence, and COVID-19 is, maybe you can see that also as an event under causing turbulence in the environment where we operate. One more thing is yes, IT also helps in improve decision making in the organization by means of use of advanced analytics. So far we have been primarily using descriptive analytics, but now with again use of big data analytics and related technologies, we can look at say predictive and preventive prescriptive analytics as well. So again, yes, analytics would be useful to organization more and more in a turbulent situation where you can say resources become scarce and you have to make the best use of what you have, and yes, analytics will help organizations over there. So these are different use cases where IT can be useful, and yeah, I think that's it. And thank you very much.